Right.
Have you ever watched someone destroy their entire career in real time? One bad take turns into 2, then 3, until their reputation is set on fire in a blaze of ego, hypocrisy, and self-sabotage. That's exactly what happened with Gumpai, a VTuber who preached against parasocial content while secretly building one of the most dangerously obsessed fan base in the community. For months, she
No, I
mocked other
will.
VTubers
I'm
for
sure I will. Don't
monetizing
worry.
fan relationships, shamed women for taking donations, and clowned on
Ooh.
creators with secret boyfriends. But the
Spicy.
entire time, she had one too. And while her parasocial
Also,
antics were
thank you
bad
guys. You guys are so sweet. I really appreciate it.
enough, her downfall wasn't just about leading on fans. It was about picking fights she couldn't win. Because somehow
Yeah, I mean,
in the
I'm just glad. You know, I'm really just happy that I got to spend time with someone who loved me for me, and it's fine. And you know, we didn't end badly. We ended very good, and yeah, life moves on.
middle
Also,
of
have a
it
good
all,
night.
she
Also,
also
bye.
decided to go to war with a plushie maker. This is the story of how Gumpai built an empire on contradictions, cruelty, and obsession, until it all collapsed in the most ironic way possible. This wasn't new behavior for Gumpai. She had a long track record of controversies, jumping between different online identities, going by names like Zuba, Anon to Nona, and Francel. But of all of these personas, her Zuba account
The T-virus is forever joined. Umbrella.
was especially infamous, constantly pushing boundaries and leaning into unhealthy dynamics with her audience. One of the clearest examples? Her frequently asked questions section, where she was shockingly open about the kind of fan interactions she encouraged. A fan asked, "Can we send intimate photos of ourselves? Pics, cum tributes, etc.?" And instead of shutting this down, she enthusiastically responds, "Yes, you can, heart emote. I'm more than okay with them being sent to me. I enjoy seeing them. And I also archive them, just to let you know." It's worth noting that she kept records of everything. And honestly, that just sounds like a blackmail disaster waiting to happen. But you know what's really a disaster waiting to happen? My attempts her audience. I don't want to reply because it'll be public and I don't want anyone else to see your precious parts. If it's okay for me to be greedy, yeah, I'll be part of my collection if that's okay. I'd use it for my own material if that's okay. I don't want to fill my blog with those photos
Unrelated.
because they're just
Go for it, Ryu.
private fun between me and you. I really enjoy everyone's photos so far. Thank you so much. And here someone asked, any kind of pic you would enjoy? Maybe muscles, maybe butts? And she says, I like anything you want to present to me. I do like seeing bulges and seeing you pleasure yourself with a background of cozy bedsheets if you wanted to know my preferences. So she didn't just flirt with her fans, she treated them like they were in an actual relationship with her. She actively leaned into full-scale
Again, okay, I never
experience content, going as far as
I never got these whole like VTuber girls who just solely base their entire personality around the girlfriend experience, right? So literally just like you cannot be a girl failure and do this to people. Like legit, you're making parasocialness even worse. And it's just because gooners make money. Sadly, they do. And this girl, I think, made a lot. They're mentally fucked and love money. It's matchmaking hell. Yeah, real. Okay, speaking of money, there's an insane price tag that she did. Basically, she later in the video, she kicked out every female VTuber in her Discord server, and then made a $1,000 you know, you can get unbanned for $1,000 on her Ko-Fi.
posting personal photos of her and sharing intimate messages.
Do you want to cuddle? I want to be the little spoon. But I also want to speak in your ear. But I also want to put my face on
Okay, again, look, like there's all these guys in her call. Again, the girlfriend Dude, it's so gross, man. It's so fucking
Your
disgusting.
armpit. You stink. I'd sniff you.
as well as detailing every aspect of her life, even her weight after going to the bathroom. She also
the
went
fuck?
above and beyond to prove she was always available for them, such as sleeping in voice calls with her fans so they wouldn't suspect she had a boyfriend, and spending hours in Discord voice calls so fans always had access to her. And then there was her viral rant
my
about
God,
dating her
dude.
audience, where she openly declared that she saw nothing wrong with it, even saying that it was cheating if her fans had relationships outside of her. I'm not just a streamer, I am in love with my community. It hurts to know on both sides if someone has a relationship. It's literally cheating because I spent a whole day in a call yesterday flirting in Discord and we had a date together. This wasn't just engagement farming, this was actively fostering obsessive loyalty. She reinforced this unhealthy attachment.
When are you gonna start banning us and charging us a couple hundred to get unbanned? I'm not gonna do that. That's mean girl shit, bro. What the fuck? That's fucking like,
with tweets like, "Please, I'm begging you, don't watch me
I get 18K. I remember seeing this post and being like, what? Who the fuck is this girl?
or interact with me if you have a girlfriend who doesn't know about me."
Weird Astray. Your cult isn't even as culty as it real. So real.
I feel like I'm getting cheated on.
Astray, when's our date? I expect you to be on Discord and call with me for a week.
I'm serious, it hurts so much. I'm tired of e-dating, so I
Please
decided to
unban
treat
me.
my community as my e-boyfriend. I'm also really lonely, have low self-esteem, constantly forget to take my meds due to ADHD, and have a huge media backlog, which are all things my community helps take care of. I'm doing GFE because it's fun and I want to be really nice to men. At one point she vented on Twitter about feeling betrayed by fans, mentioning their real relationship. Damn, rage bait used to be believable. Unless it's not actually rage bait, because she immediately followed up with, "This is not a joke, nor a bit."
Yeah, Lily a pick me girl. Lily, this is literally the biggest pick me girl I've ever seen.
She meant
So, Astray, when are we organizing our group Discord sleep call?
With you, Wesker, baby.
every single word. And in another Gumpai special we got, "Okay, I get really depressed and sad when a cute VTuber on the timelet admits they have a relationship or has another guy in their bio because
my
oh my god, I feel
God.
really sad for their fan who really saw them as someone to cure their loneliness. Also, they are the ones who benefit from your following, likes, replies, and chat messages, not to mention your subscription and donations. It's just such a slap in the face to say those types of statements." Her obsessiveness over maintaining this parasocial hold over her fanbase extended to how she managed her community. Gumpai famously banned the names of every single female
Yeah, okay, here we go.
VTuber from her Discord server. If anyone even mentioned another female creator, their message was deleted and they risked being banned. Of course, no female VTuber could join her server for a while. Finally got around towards blocking every female name in my Discord server. Now companions can't talk about other women in my vicinity. I don't even know how that's physically possible. Surely she forgot at least one female name, right? But when she got pushback on it, where some people pointed out that she could benefit from having female friendships, her fans would defend her, saying, "No, she doesn't need friends, she only needs us." Which really speaks volume about how codependent and unhealthy her community was. And yeah, of course, if you were suspected to be in a relationship, you would also get banned from her server. And she didn't just control who they could talk to, she also controlled how they could interact with her. On her Ko-fi, she had a $1,000 unbanned forgiveness fee. Yes, you read that right. $1,000 to be forgiven after getting banned. And if you thought her tweets were bad, her
Oh, this girl's a piece of shit. This girl's actually fucking scummy, dude. Like, holy. Okay, hold on. Did people actually pay for this shit? Did people actually pay for this shit? I'm wondering. I don't think it's like no, it's not active anymore. I think it's gone. Gunpai, my bad. Yeah, no, it's gone. I'm pretty sure it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Okay. But what isn't gone is her numbers. So I'm curious on what she even got for her stream. So she started all the way back in 2022 and she was getting pretty much nothing for a few months. And then okay, pretty much nothing for all this year. Did she even stream? She's getting like my numbers sort of thing. Oh wait, what the fuck? Okay, so it started in September and she just blew the fuck up. What the fuck happened in September to get hundreds of people? Very, very odd. And she stopped all the way back in 2024. Interesting. Again, I do not want to be this, like, I'm wondering how many guys actually paid the $1,000 like unbanned fee.
Discord comments were even worse. One of the most insane example, TBH, the only dicks I don't like seeing are ones that look really, really dry. It makes me sad, like I want to slobber all over it to make it happy again, I guess. What? What made all of this even more insane was that Gumpai constantly attacked other VTubers for behavior she herself was guilty of. She had no problem ripping into other female content creators, especially—
Yep, classic. Again, why are all of these VTubers such just mean girls, bro? If I was a girl, I'd be fucking scared. Girls are just seem mean as hell.
those who monetize their audience through emotional connections, did GFE while secretly having a boyfriend, or talked about their mental health struggles. She frequently mocked female streamers for being too dependent on their viewers and shamed them for asking for financial support. Never did a donaton subathon. That shit's is gay and R-worded. And one of her most brutal takes, imagine admitting to your community that you're a broke lord neat who can't work, so you
She's a hypocrite, dude.
complain about your fake mental illness diagnosis. Pretend to be nice to your biggest oilers, and yet you have a boyfriend and complain that your life is falling apart.
Okay, fun fact, she also had a boyfriend throughout all this. So Lily, it's like, this is mean girl shit, bro. I never want to be like this. Oh my god.
You deserve it because you're so fat from DoorDash. At this point, Gumpai wasn't just hypercritical. She was the exact thing she claimed to hate. And that's what makes what happens next.
Oh my god, dude. You know, like I am watching all this shit. And just, oh my god, dude. You have the male buff. Yeah, okay, I'm viewing myself as the male buff now. It is no longer a debuff because holy shit, seeing all these women doing such deplorable, terrible things, it makes me happy I'm a guy. She's fat because she sounds fat. You know, basically, I can sum all these VTuber girls up by one word.
Women. Women.
Women. Women.
It's how I feel.
Always something with women.
So much more ironic. But while Gumpai was busy love bombing her fans and controlling every aspect of their interactions, she also
Women.
God damn. What? Leon, what the fuck was that whistle? Hello?
Women.
No, dude.
managed to pick one of the dumbest fights in VTuber history. And it all
Women.
started
Oh my
because
God,
of a
dude.
plushie. On November 24th, 2024, Gumpai went nuclear,
Oh, I remember
accusing
this.
a plush maker of stealing her design.
Oh, you guys are frying me
And
right now?
demanding that VTubers ban him. Her proof? A plushie of her character, one she had never
Okay, yeah,
commissioned.
this is insane to me.
Women.
God damn it.
At first, this might seem like a legitimate concern, but there was just one problem. None of it was true. The plush maker, Kusa, wasn't a scammer. He was an indie artist from Vietnam who took custom commissions. A fan had paid him to create a Gumpai plushie, and after finishing the order, he had a few extras left over. But instead of tossing them, he simply offered them to other fans. The
You guys are just... What the fuck was that one?
plushie maker quickly responded to her tweet, clarifying that he had actually been commissioned by one of her fans to create the plushie in the first place. That's it. No mass production, no stolen designs, no shady business. But rather than reaching out privately, Gumpai went straight to war. She blasted Kusa
Leon, are you okay?
Women.
on Twitter, rallying her fans to report and blacklist him. And then she tweeted, "He's making
Woman.
Oh fuck, dude, I'm dying.
Woman.
I'm fine. Oh, I love you guys so much. Holy shit.
Women.
AliExpress Timu tier plushies of my character, lol. The eyes aren't even correct. Gumpai's
Ah. Thank you for that.
colors is pink, not fucking orange. Again, he just goes server to server, profiting off VTuber characters. And then she proceeded to shill her own merch instead. Hi, you can support me by the new market merch drop at November 25th at 3 p.m. PST. I do get 20% profits, pretty good. At least I get profits then compared to this fellow where I get
Again, why would you do this, bro? This is making you look so bad and just a fucking the biggest mean girl. Gunpei, wait, what the fuck? Gunpei became an OnlyFans creator. I looked into her, and after seeing it, I can say she was typical OnlyFans schizo. Does she actually make money from it? Is she actively doing it right now? Devil or no?
get absolutely 0%. It didn't take long for people to fact check her claims, and that's when community nodes got involved. And from there, things spiraled out of control. Instead of
Bro,
apologizing,
I feel like every VTuber expose, I feel like Pecora right now, bro. I'm just so tired.
Gumpai doubled
Whoa, man.
down. She mocked the people who bought the plushies, saying,
has
"Lol,
simps,
sorry to those who
But
bought
she
it,
doesn't
that's
do that
kinda
now,
your
and
fault.
is
If
likely rebranded. I mean, I hope not. Jesus fucking Christ. Who would support a shitty person like this?
it wasn't vetted by me and it's poorly made. Like, what were you expecting?" At this point, most of the internet, besides her extremely loyal fans, had turned against her. Even big names, VTubers like Bao, Shondo,
Brain,
and
Stanley.
Pipkin Pippa came out in defense of Kusa, praising his work and calling out Gumpai's entitlement. But instead of stepping back, she went full mask-off mode. She started ranting about Kusa being from Vietnam, saying, "Bro lives in Vietnam. There's no way he's struggling for extra
Pain pickle.
What the fuck, Leon? Also, look at this fucking like mean girl shit, bro.
Life is pain, Dyer.
Also, guys, do you know that Gunpei was like made herself photoshopped herself whiter because she's I think a Pakistani, I think. So she made herself look whiter. Just oh my god, it's insane. Also, hello Tier, welcome in.
for cash in that country with his business. And then came this absolute gem. You can sell orange juice with coffee shots for $1 and live off that for a week in that fuck.
Again, I'm so glad I'm not like terminally online, because like literally, bro, look at this shit, dude. Like they're actively burning bridges. They're hurting their whole community. Just why do this, dude?
Fucking country. What? It would have been a completely different story if he mailed me the extra plushies, but no, he's so profit-oriented that he decided to sell knockoffs to people in my community who have no idea when their shit will get shipped. At this point, it was obvious. She wasn't actually mad about art theft. She was mad she didn't get the plush for free. She even confirmed it herself, whining, "I didn't even get anything for free." But Twitter buried her. Community notes came back with a vengeance, exposing her hypocrisy. She had already received hundreds of gifts through her public wish list, close to 400 gifts from her fans. And in
Oh my god, dude.
one of her own
Oh yeah, no, you're right, Steven. It was Elfin that photoshopped themselves to be Wire. My bad.
clip, she even bragged about getting a full fucking outfit, as she says.
Chat, someone fucking, like, I think this is a surprise gift, but they gave me a full fucking outfit. It has, like, a top and bottoms, and it also has, like, bracelets and shoes, and the shoes fit me? What the fuck?
Realizing she had lost,
Okay, can someone explain to me why like every I'm not saying every, but most VTubers who do this, like most VTubers who do this fake, like, you know, the uwu kind of girl voice, you know what I'm talking about, the uwu kind of girl voice VTubers, why are they always the meanest fucking people in the world? I don't understand it, bro. It's so weird. Because they're narcissists? Yeah. Because being narcissists
trying
act real.
one last desperate attempt at regaining sympathy. She posted this: "I'm getting to by the VTuber community. God, please help." Which obviously also got community noted. She didn't stop there though. She
No, I'm not demonstrating.
doubled down once again. "I'll always get fucked over by the VTubing community no matter what. I get my design character for profit."
Because they became VTubers for the money, not because they like VTubing. Yeah, real. I mean, legit, if I played a character, I would be exhausted. Like, being the whole, like, ooh, I'm cute sort of thing, and having that, like, vocal tone, I will automatically assume that you're just the meanest person, like, off the scenes.
while not even getting anything for free. Many such cases, which was hit with the coldest community note fact checked yet. There is no evidence of rape by anyone related to Gumpai. She is receiving backlash due to her own comment and entitlement, not because of a crime. And just to really drive that point home, they included Wikipedia links explaining the actual definition of rape and criticism. She had officially lost. Her merch deal was cancelled, her followers plummeted, and even her own supporters were turning against her. Her YouTube account went into the negative, yet she continued. "I'm only being watched by drama chasers because I'm a woman. If I was a guy, I wouldn't get any attention from my actions. People only care about male drama when it's about harassment or assault."
Are you kidding me? I mean, I can't remember the last, like, big male VTuber drama. I mean, usually males, whenever I see big male VTuber drama, it's usually because, like, they're, like, pedophiles. But yeah, I don't know. I don't go on Twitter much anymore, so I don't really keep up to date with that stuff.
You'd think that after all of this, she'd finally stop digging. But no, she went live
Oh
on
my
Game
god, Pi, holy fuck, thank you for this sub. That's so sweet. You gifted us up the Quango Fet.
And Addy on the same weather.
Oh my fucking god. I can't. I fucking can't, dude.
Tripling down on her hate for Kusa, instead of walking back her claims, she went even harder. She mocked her
Also,
own
holy shit, Thank you,
plushies while
Ben.
stating that the
Burned up
ones
the
Kusa made for
sub.
Face Connect looked better.
And the plush doesn't even look as good as the Phase Connects one. Like, this one is literally just felt. But the other, fucking plushies other people got are, like, crocheted. And it's, like, nice. Like, I feel like the people hating on me didn't even look at the plushie. Like, this plushie is fucked up.
At one point, she even played the victim card, saying, I feel lonely at the top.
Ow.
And then, in a truly delusional display, she declared, I'm successful now that I have haters. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, she actually took credit for Kusa's success. Thanks to me, Kusa has
Oh my god, dude.
clients
Another
now. And to
hype
top it
train?
all
Also
off,
thank
she
you, Pi, for
ended
the
the
sub.
stream with, everyone is promoting me. 2025 is going to be the year. But that comment would not age well. After the backlash, things started to simmer down. Until Gumpai decided to come back one more
Hello,
time
Dragon.
with what can only be described as a backhanded apology. I'm sorry, Kusa, I should have bowed down to your Face Connect goodness doll plushie machine and chilled with the xenophobic comments. Which doesn't exactly scream sincerity. But instead of leaving it at that, she immediately spiraled into a full-blown tirade,
Ow.
Kanye West style. She started rapid-firing a series of manic, nonsensical tweets one after another. Some of the highlights included, I will never be funny again, I promise. I was never funny and I will never attempt to be funny anymore. You're fine, I just had severe psychosis because I got pumped and dumped by an Italian manlet last year.
What the actual fuck?
My He-Man regenerates from September, so I had a really bad moment and I can't cope with being a virgin again, so I'm sorry about all my female woman moments. Please forgive me, boss. Can Trump pardon me from my VTubing reputation? Okay, that one was actually kind of funny. And the best part, she even acknowledged her manic behavior herself. My VTuber career is microdosing on having Kanye moments a bit too
Thank you.
frequently. At least she was self-aware, just not enough to stop digging her own grave. By now, Gumpai had alienated almost everyone. It seemed like she had hit rock bottom after the plushie meltdown, the racism, and the Twitter spiraling. But no, because what really destroyed her wasn't the backlash, it wasn't the leaks, it wasn't even her most unhinged public rants. What sealed her fate was the one thing she had built her entire brand on. She had made her identity about calling out parasocial manipulation. She trashed VTubers for monetizing fan relationships and shamed streamers for hiding their boyfriends. She even mocked one for saying streamers should stop treating fans like cash cows, laughing, skill issue, just make your viewers fall in love with you and don't have a boyfriend.
You're literally doing the same thing. She's literally using people as their boyfriends to probably get shit from them. Oh my god.
In secret. Her message was clear. If you're honest with your fans, they'll stay loyal. But guess what? She had a secret boyfriend the entire time.
Oh, great.
So how exactly did Gumpai get caught? Well, her ex-boyfriend Fuza was a viewer turned VTuber that she had dated before her girlfriend experience phase. Once they broke up,
Holy
she fully
fuck.
committed to the girlfriend experience bit, and she did everything to convince her fans that she was single, sleeping in voice calls with fans to prove that she wasn't dating anyone, spending hours in Discord voice call to always be available, tweeting nonstop about how she was different from other VTubers who had secret boyfriends, and she did this for months. But then things started to change. She stopped sleep calling, she stopped hanging out in voice calls, and her tweets shifted from what users called pick me bait to depression spirals. Her fans noticed something was off, and a male voice heard in one of her videos set all kinds of alarm bells off for them. However, she continued denying claims of a relationship while still taking donations. Her community, now paranoid and obsessed, started arguing over whether or not she was lying, and the drama exploded into other VTuber communities. That's when Genesis Prism stepped in. Genesis Prism had been friends with Gumpai since early 2023, long before the GFE arc took off. She had seen the warning signs, Gumpai's history of impulsive decisions, erratic mood swings, and deep dependence on her audience. But she had stayed by her side, believing that supporting a friend meant accepting them as they were. From the beginning, Gumpai had confided in Genesis about wanting to quit VTubing or restart under a new identity. She talked about feeling overwhelmed and often expressing frustration over how people perceived her. Genesis, knowing that Gumpai had a mental illness that contributed to mood swings, tried her best to be patient. They spoke daily at times, and despite everything, Genesis genuinely wanted to see Gumpai succeed. As Gumpai's GFE content intensified, Genesis found herself increasingly shut out. While she was a moderator in Gumpai's server, she was locked out of most channels and barred from joining voice chats simply because she was a girl. Gumpai reassured her that this was to keep her away from the GFE heavy parts of the community. And at the time, Genesis took her
This
word
is just
for
needy streamer overload
he had
in real life. Ain't no.
spilling into Genesis' own server, where many of their shared viewers had migrated. Seeing this, Gumpai began demanding that Genesis ban people who had questioned her relationship status, despite the fact that they hadn't actually broken any of Genesis' rules. As Gumpai continued to isolate herself, she went as far as deleting her own voice chat channels and purging multiple members from her server. Naturally, many of these displaced members sought out a new place to socialize, and Genesis Discord became the most active alternative. At first, Genesis didn't think much of it. She wasn't offering GFE content, she was just a VTuber who liked streaming and hanging out with her audience, but to Gumpai, this was unacceptable. As more of Gumpai's former viewers spent time in Genesis' server, tensions escalated. The situation reached a breaking point when male viewers started hanging out in Genesis' voice chat. In the eyes of Gumpai's most obsessive fans, this was cheating. Then came the moment that changed everything. Gumpai pulled Genesis into a private group chat alongside her secret boyfriend Vatrance, where she made a demand. She wanted Genesis to ban certain viewers who had left her community and moved to Genesis server, labeling them as schizos and insisting that they were a danger to her. One of them, an AFK paid mod who basically scammed her. And another, oh yeah, that guy posts enough Nazi stuff to get your Discord banned. Her brilliant solution? Just ban him. Which, shouldn't she also be concerned about her own server then? Then came Eki, someone Gumpai claimed had made her feel unsafe about attending Offkai. He's the reason I'm not going to Offkai. He basically threatened my security. Now, legitimate safety concerns should always be taken seriously, but at this point, this was a pattern. There was always a new problem, there was always a new enemy, there was always some fresh drama conveniently keeping the attention on her. Genesis felt blindsided. These weren't troublemakers, they were just regular viewers who had been watching her for a while. They hadn't caused problems, yet Gumpai wanted them erased from the space entirely. So when Genesis refused, Gumpai's behavior only became more erratic. At first, Genesis Prism felt guilty about how things were unfolding. She confronts Gumpai, trying to clarify that she never intended to leech off Gumpai or steal her audience. She even says, "That does feel kinda bad, and that's never been my intention. I never told anyone to come watch me or join my server. All I ever did was try to lift you up." But here's the twist. Gumpai never actually believed Genesis was leeching off of her. Instead, she weaponized their friendship, guilt-tripping her fans into believing that Genesis was the reason for her declining numbers. It was just a convenient excuse.
Dude, girls fucking terrify me. Imagine just saying shit just to get people on your side, even if it's a lie. It's classic goddamn mean girl high school bullshit. Why? I don't understand. Also, hello Wanda, welcome in. It's so stupid It's insane. Like what? Listen, guys. The more I watch this shit, the more I'm like, I'm glad I'm a likable person. I'm glad I don't lie about people. Leon?
Women. Just our serious shot in that shot.
Oh, thank you, Leon. But yeah, I don't want to be a piece of shit to anyone, or I don't want to lie about people. I don't want to like manipulate. All right, hold on.
For her to manipulate her community. Wow, what a nice thing to do
No,
to
it's
a
okay.
friend. Jen even points it out, saying, "Guess I don't appreciate being used as the tool
Thank you,
for
Aurora.
that
That's so
because it
sweet.
just fuels the hate towards me when I really didn't do anything but try and support." When Genesis started to have to deal with Gumpai's unhinged fanbase as a result of Gumpai's action, on a few occasions, Genesis would bring this up to her. Honestly, you would do so much better as a normal streamer who doesn't have to deal with schizos. Because let's be real, Gumpai basically had a full-blown parasocial cult. Only her most zealous fans had remained after she had purged everybody else that would question her. Genesis acknowledged that Gumpai was making a lot of money from this, but yes, the money must
Okay, so that's 100 subs. That is so much. So, apparently, Mac and Cheese is gonna give God knows how much really soon, and I'm terrified. I'm so scared, bro.
be super nice and there are some cool people, but holy shit, do you have some psychotic members? And Gumpai? Time to Fansly Max. At another point,
Oh my
Genesis
God.
outright tells her,
That's
this
something.
GFE shit just isn't cut out for you. You attract
Coming this
schizos.
month. Okay, wait, Lord, I actually prefer if you do it on Kick again, because Twitch takes 50%. Twitch takes 50% of that. So yeah, I hate when Twitch does that. It's so bad. Yeah, seriously. I'm dead ass. So yeah, it's real bad.
And like massive schizos. And Gumpai,
50%.
they're just lonely men, Jen. By now, Genesis was mentally checked out. She was tired of the drama, the paranoia, and the never-ending cycle
I
of
bet.
chaos.
Holy
She felt
shit.
like it was only a matter of time before a massive crash out would happen. So she made a decision. She left Gumpai's server for good. And to stop the drama from
I mean,
bleeding into her own
Honestly, dead ass. Of course. It's so much better for your mental health, because this woman is goddamn insane. And thank you, Vin. Yeah, I've never. God, she's insane. She's just mentally, actually insane.
community, she decided to implement a hard rule in her own server. Care if it's positive or negative, no talk at all. No shit talking, no praising, no
Honestly, she dodged a bullet here. I would leave too. It's okay, Big. Don't worry.
If I found out, it's an immediate
My
ban.
down.
People
It's
have
my
been
down
trying to
payment
stir
for the femboy tag. Ain't no way, dude.
drama, and I'm quite honestly sick of it. If you're here to do that, you can leave yourself, and if I found out, you will be banned. But Genesis had one last piece of advice before she left. One final attempt to get Gumpai to see the reality of her situation. For your own mental sanity, it's probably better to rethink what you would want to do with content creation, because you can't avoid people watching other streamers.
I mean, yeah, she's totally right. She's dead at, like, literally, what the fuck? Like, this is a straight up toxic relationship between the viewer and the streamer. It is like the whole girlfriend experience thing. That's never gonna work. Like, you're telling your fans to be more parasocial to you, and for what? Money? Like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work forever. So, like, literally, these people this girl is insane.
And those that don't will go go schizo and send you screenshots of people in voice chat talking
And
about
one day when I win the lotto, get ready for 10,000 gifted subs. 10,000, dude, I can't
fucking
imagine.
game. And for a brief moment, Gumpai seems almost self-aware enough to acknowledge it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to dump all of this onto you and make you handle my drama. However, what happened next proves she had absolutely no remorse. The moment Genesis started
totally
gaining
just stalking,
traction,
definitely.
pulling in more viewers and receiving donations, Gumpai lost it. She spiraled into an unhinged rant in her own Discord, launching a full-scale attack on the very person who had been in her corner from the start. She twisted their friendship into a betrayal story, claiming Genesis had love-bombed her despite their long history as close friends. And then came the real kicker: the jealousy-fueled meltdown over Genesis receiving donations. In Gumpai's mind, a VTuber who was open about having a boyfriend didn't deserve support. She ranted about people gifting things to a, quote, bitch with a boyfriend, and took it a step further, mocking Genesis for not fully capitalizing on parasocial monetization. She outright suggested that if Genesis really cared about making money, she should break up with her boyfriend because there's, quote, nothing wrong with being jerk-off material. The irony was almost poetic. Gumpai had a secret boyfriend the entire time, yet she was furious that someone else who had been transparent about their relationship from the start was still thriving. It wasn't about morality or fairness.
This girl is actually fucking mental.
It was pure jealousy. For months, Genesis had quietly endured harassment from Gumpai's obsessive fanbase, choosing not to escalate things out of respect for their friendship, but waking up to multiple screenshots of Gumpai publicly smearing her and fueling even more
simping you.
harassment behind her back.
We're sipping for you instead of some thirsting bimbo. Real. So real. I mean, you guys could be getting into all this sort of drama with like a girl VTuber, because who knows what their actual skeletons in their closet is. Meanwhile, I'm just a dude. That's it. I don't really like drama anyway. So
made one thing clear: there was no coming back from this. So she had two choices:
Yep,
either stay
that's my
silent
drama
and
in a way.
continue being a scapegoat for as long as Gumpai needed someone to blame, or expose the truth, leak the DMs confirming that Gumpai had a boyfriend the entire time, finally putting an end to the hypocrisy-driven harassment. In the end, the choice was obvious. The harassment wasn't going to stop unless the illusion Gumpai had crafted was shattered. Instead of a public leak, Genesis shared proof with two questioning viewers. When they confronted Gumpai, she panicked. Within hours, her Discord server was gone. Her Twitter account was deactivated. Everything she had built, every carefully controlled lie, came crashing down in an instant. And if getting exposed by her own friend wasn't bad enough, things somehow got even worse. A group of ex-friends or ex-fans and disgruntled community members decided to take things a step further. They built an entire website dedicated to exposing her. This was an entire museum of receipts. There was screenshots of her DMs, clips of her racist remarks, soundboards of her unhinged moments, audio recording of—
dude, I legit, I think I would like just die if I ever had like a fucking 1,000 files against me like this. Bro, like legit, getting canceled is probably the worst thing to happen to any VTuber. So I don't know. I mean, I'm trying my absolute best not to do anything stupid.
Of her love-bombing fans, evidence of her manipulating fans for money, you name it. Now here's the wildest part. Some of the archives, her old content, her selfies, and even personal posts were originally collected by Gumpai.
I'd be equal parts horrified and impressed if someone made an entire database. Yeah, bro. The Astray files, either way.
Herself. She had been hoarding her own history for years through her Zuba account. That's why she's even listed as one of the contributors to the website. But the leaks, the recent DMs, the private conversations, etc., those were new, and they were added on top of the archives. Her past and present had officially collided. At this point, there was no coming back. If there was any doubt left about Gumpai's secret relationship, the leak screenshots shut it down completely. Buried in the messages was undeniable proof that she had been seeing someone behind the scenes. The exact thing she had constantly mocked other content creators for. Here Gumpai introduces her boyfriend Vtrans to her friend Jen. Additionally, leaked receipts confirmed that while Gumpai was still taking donations from fans who saw her as their virtual girlfriend, she was secretly using that money to buy her boyfriend expensive gifts, including a high-end 3-dio ASMR mic and audio interface, worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. Her fans were not only paying for her content, but also funding her entire relationship. In another instance, Genesis checks in on Gumpai, asking how she's doing, and Gumpai responds, "Yes, I love him. He wants to manager LARP me. We made so many spreadsheets," which really makes this old tweet from her hit differently in hindsight. From a ruthless businesswoman perspective, it's pointless to network with other
I just don't see how like she didn't have the hindsight to God.
female VTubers who have their boyfriends as their managers because they don't know jack shit and there's practically zero useful conversations to be held. Not only that, but the leaks show just how aware Gumpai was of the consequences if her audience ever found out about her secret boyfriend. In one conversation, she openly admitted, "Not gonna tell my community I'm at TwitchCon, they will kill me for having a boyfriend." To this, Genesis, who had never marketed herself as a GFE streamer, responds, "Yeah, that's fine. I never really said anything about my relationship status, but then again, I'm not a GFE streamer anyways." And then Gumpai, in what can only be described as a complete lack of self-awareness, says, "Me neither." She doubled down, trying to justify her situation by claiming, "I got groomed by Vtrans." She then adds, "He seduced me too hard. He kept writing me love letters. I swear I'm not schizo." So let's get this straight. The woman who built her entire identity on not being like the other GFE girls who have secret boyfriends and who mocked other creators saying, "Just make your viewers fall in love with you and don't have a boyfriend in secret," was doing exactly just that. Oh, the irony. As the news spread, Gumpai's fans were split between shock, anger, and bitter realization. One of her longtime supporters went to Twitter to vent his frustration. "I supported you even when everyone but your community hated you. Yet it seems like you don't give a shit about anyone. I'm not one to take the whole GFE thing that seriously. I genuinely enjoyed my time with you, and I do wish you the best going forward." Someone quickly responds, "Sorry to tell you this, but it was obvious she was just using her fans for monetary gain and didn't care about her fans." And the fan clearly heard defended himself. "What proof do you have to call this obvious? The reason I got into her to begin with was because she felt closer to me than my IRL girlfriend at the time. She definitely acted like she cared from when I first joined until she stopped doing the sleep calls." For many of
Oh my God. Again, how do people like, how are they into this? Like, genuine question. Like, if you're sharing a girl streamer with like thousands of other guys or hundreds, it's at some point it's gotta be weird, right? I mean, am I the only one like normal here? People lonely? I know, but like it's just fucking weird. I never once thought, oh yeah, no, I'm a go into this girlfriend experience and support them because I'm lonely myself or something. Like, it literally just is the saddest. I just don't get the gist of it. I really don't. Like, spending months just because you think, oh, my streamer loves me and me alone, even though I'm just chatting. Like, I don't. It's crazy.
Gumpai's diehard die-hard fans, this was a brutal wake-up call. But for others, this was exactly what they expected. As the situation went viral again, plenty of old viewers came forward to say that they had seen it coming for months. Some recalled
Astray
that they had
doesn't love
warned her
me. My streamer doesn't love me.
about the dangers of leaning too hard into GFE content. Other brought up her hypocrisy, pointing out how she ruled her server with an iron fist while mocking other streamers for doing exactly what she had been doing. And of
Eesh. Some girls treat men poorly. When ones treat them kindly, they're highly affected by it. Yeah, real.
course, many pointed back to her infamous boyfriend tweet, where she smugly claimed, "Just make your viewers fall in love with you and don't have a boyfriend in secret." Now, she was living proof of why that advice was terrible.
See, this is why I like being a guy, right? Because it's like none of you guys care that, you know, if I have someone or not. If, like, you know, if I do, you guys won't care about that. You guys won't like instantly leave the stream because you guys aren't like parasocial like that. But girls always have that issue, I find it. Where it's like, if they mention a boyfriend, they lose half their viewership. I could be wrong, but I remember a lot just dipping substantially if they hear, "Oh, I have a boyfriend." So, but I could be wrong. Who knows? I'm just glad I'm a guy. Pretty much. Yep.
And just when you thought it couldn't get more ridiculous, there was this. After everything had gone down, Gumpai repurposed
Oh yeah, love bombing. Yep.
form to be a boyfriend application. Yes.
What?
Really. With questions such as, are you a virgin? What are the dimension of your genitals? And how often do you gump? Like, what the actual hell? Moving on. At the time of writing this video, Gumpai is back on social media, this time under the hashtag reformed. But has anything actually changed? Not really. She's been active on her alt account called Diet Coke, where she's fully leaned into her not safe for work content hustle. And if there was any doubt that it's actually her, she linked the account to her own throne wishlist, confirming that, once again, with her, it's business as usual. Thank you so much for watching. Huge shout out to my Discord.
Wait, okay, I'm curious. Is it still? Is her throne still up? I doubt it. I doubt it. It's been like 2 years. But I am curious. Hold on. No, it's off. There's no way. Wait. Yeah, no, it's off. No, I found it, but it's totally off. And then the Ko-Fi's deleted it too. Okay, so yeah, everything is straight up just deleted, like gone from the internet. I don't know, guys. I'd rather not be someone eternally online where it's like I treat God, the girlfriend experience shit, dude. That fucking fries me. Ugh. I can't imagine doing that. Anyways, let's watch this video now.